Welcome to Blood Sugar Squad, your go-to channel for simple, actionable tips to manage diabetes and live your best life. Protein bars are everywhere. They promise convenience, energy, and nutrition. But for people with diabetes, the question is not whether a bar is convenient. The question is what happens to your blood sugar after you eat it. Quest bars have become one of the most popular protein bars among people watching their carbs. As you can see on this variety pack, the protein range is 20 to 21 grams per bar. They are low sugar, high fiber, and high protein. They taste like a candy bar, but claim to be diabetic-friendly. But is that actually true, or is it just clever marketing? In this video, we are going to look at exactly what is inside a Quest bar. We will break down the ingredients that matter for blood sugar, compare them to what you should look for in any protein bar, and give you a clear answer on whether Quest bars are a good choice for most people with diabetes. Segment 1. What is inside a Quest bar? Let's start by comparing two different bars from the same variety pack. You can already see that the numbers are not identical. Looking at this first bar, we see 20 grams of protein, 12 grams of fiber, and 9 grams of sugar alcohols. This second bar has 21 grams of protein, 13 grams of fiber, and 5 grams of sugar alcohols. This is your first clue that not all Quest bars are the same. So, what do these numbers actually mean for your blood sugar? First, protein. As the variety pack shows, each bar contains 20 to 21 grams of protein. Protein helps stabilize blood sugar by slowing down the absorption of any carbohydrates that are present. It also keeps you feeling full longer, which can help with portion control and weight management. Next, fiber. These bars contain between 12 and 13 grams of fiber per bar. Fiber is crucial because your body does not digest it the same way as other carbs. Fiber passes through your system largely intact, which means it does not raise blood sugar. When you subtract fiber from total carbohydrates, you get what is called net carbs. With this much fiber, the net carb count stays very low. Now, let us talk about sugar alcohols. Looking at this label, you see 9 grams of sugar alcohols. This one has 5 grams. Sugar alcohols are a type of low-calorie sweetener. Your body does not absorb them completely, so they have little to no effect on blood sugar. The most common sugar alcohol in Quest bars is erythritol. It has almost no calories and does not raise blood sugar or insulin. However, a quick note: some people experience digestive discomfort from sugar alcohols, especially if they eat multiple bars in a day. Starting with half a bar is a good way to see how your body reacts. So on paper, the numbers look good. High protein, high fiber, and low net carbs. But the real test is how this translates to real-world blood sugar management. Segment 2. Why Quest bars work for blood sugar. Let's look at two specific flavors. Chocolate cookie dough has 21 grams of protein and 4 grams of net carbs. Oatmeal chocolate chip has 20 grams of protein and 5 grams of net carbs. Looking at the back of this chocolate chip cookie dough bar, you see 12 grams of fiber, 6 grams of sugar alcohols, and 21 grams of protein. Total carbohydrates for this bar are 22 grams. Subtract the 12 grams of fiber and the 6 grams of sugar alcohols, and you get 4 grams of net carbs. Most Quest bars fall in the 4 to 6 gram range, so this one is right in line. For most people with diabetes, that small amount of digestible carbohydrate will not cause a significant blood sugar spike, especially when eaten as part of a meal. Next, fiber. Each Quest bar contains 12 to 13 grams of fiber. Fiber forms a gel-like substance in your digestive tract, which slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. This means any carbohydrates that are present are released slowly, resulting in a flatter glucose response. Finally, protein. The 20 to 21 grams of protein help stabilize blood sugar in two ways. First, protein slows gastric emptying, which means that food stays in your stomach longer. This delays and blunts the glucose rise from any carbs you eat. Second, protein stimulates insulin secretion without raising blood sugar itself. When you combine these three factors, you get a food that is unlikely to cause dramatic blood sugar spikes in most people with diabetes. Of course, individual responses vary. Some people may find that certain flavors or ingredients affect them differently, but for the majority of people with diabetes, Quest bars are a blood sugar-friendly option. Segment 3. What to watch for. Now, before you run out and buy a box of Quest bars, there are a few things you need to know. First, let us take a close look at the nutrition label on a box of chocolate chip cookie dough bars. You see total fat, saturated fat, cholesterol, sodium, and fiber. but pay attention to two specific lines: total sugar and added sugar. Total sugar is the amount of sugar naturally present in the ingredients, plus any sugar that was added. Added sugar is the sugar that manufacturers put in during processing. For people with diabetes, added sugar is the bigger concern because it hits your bloodstream faster and causes spikes. On this label, total sugar is 1 gram, and added sugar is 0 grams. That is excellent. You also see 6 grams of sugar alcohols, 21 grams of protein, and 12 grams of fiber. All solid numbers. Second, look at the ingredient list. The first ingredients are a protein blend of milk, protein isolate, and whey protein isolate. That is good because protein is listed first. Then you see polydextrose, which is a prebiotic fiber, almonds, water, unsweetened chocolate, erythritol, the sugar alcohol, cocoa butter, and glycerin. Then, less than 2% of natural flavors, salt, lecithin, stevia sweetener, and sucralose. The ingredients are generally clean. No artificial colors, no sugar in the first few ingredients. But Quest bars are still a processed food. They are not a substitute for whole foods like vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Third, portion control still matters. Eating 3 or 4 bars in a day will add up in calories, carbohydrates, and fiber. Too much fiber can cause digestive upset. Most people do well with 1 bar per day as a snack or meal replacement. Finally, individual blood sugar responses vary. If you are new to Quest bars, test your blood sugar before eating one and again 1 to 2 hours after. That is the only way to know for sure how your body responds. Segment 4, final thoughts. So let us answer the question directly. Are Quest bars good for diabetics? For most people with diabetes, yes. Quest bars are a blood sugar-friendly option because they are low in net carbs, high in fiber, high in protein, and sweetened with non-glycemic sweeteners like erythritol and stevia. With a variety of flavors delivering 20 to 21 grams of protein and only 4 to 5 grams of net carbs, they can work well as a quick snack, a post-workout recovery food, or even a light meal replacement. But they are not magic, and they will not lower your A1C on their own. They are a tool, one of many, that can help you manage your blood sugar while enjoying a convenient, satisfying snack. But remember, test your own blood sugar. Everyone responds differently. What works for one person may not work for another. What are your thoughts about Quest bars? Do you have a favorite flavor? Comment below, and please share this video. Until next time, stay strong, stay sweet, but not too sweet, and keep thriving with the Blood Sugar Squad.